Hey guys, what's going on? Tyler here, and today I just want to talk about what went right and what went wrong in our garden last year and what our plans are for this year moving forward. Now, I did have a notebook in one of my pockets here, and I don't think I have it. Actually, I think it's over here in this pocket. Here we go. It was in a coat pocket. So if my hair is like bouncing around the place, I was outside recording some footage for the main channel. But last year, if you don't know, we had two raised garden beds, and I was very happy with how they turned out. So we planted lettuce, green beans, peas, spinach, cucumbers, broccoli, peppers, celery, carrots, sweet potatoes, not all at once. They were kind of spread out. And if you've watched the videos, you kind of know what did and didn't work. And overall, I think it was a big success, and I really enjoyed how the garden turned out. But there was definitely some things that I learned that I won't be making the same mistakes this year. And so what went well for us? The lettuce, green beans, peas, cucumbers, green peppers and red peppers, pretty much bell peppers, celery, and sweet potatoes, and jalapeno peppers. All that stuff did great. Now the sweet peppers, the bell peppers, the banana peppers also, and the jalapeno peppers, we did not plant them from seed. I bought them already grown, not sapling, but they were grown in like a greenhouse somewhere naturally, and planted them. They did awesome. Produced pretty much all summer long once they started producing, and had plenty of peppers, plenty of jalapenos, and really happy with the harvest there. So I didn't really plant them myself, so I might try planting them from seed this year. I just didn't get my garden set up early enough to plant them directly, or didn't have enough time to start them in here. Now with the lettuce, I had some lettuce plants that already started that I transplanted, and those did okay. But I planted directly some romaine and some other types of lettuce, and they did very well. And I've tried planting some spinach too, and it didn't plant well at all. I don't know if I planted it maybe too late. Also, it might not have had enough sunlight because they were growing beside the green beans, who pretty much just took over half the garden bed. But the lettuces went extremely well and got multiple harvests on them for, I don't know, 2 months maybe? It's hard to say, but I know we got lots of harvests off of them and couldn't even eat it all. I had to give some away. And so we were really happy with how the lettuce turned out. Super easy to grow too. Once it gets to a certain point, I mean, you can harvest off it every day, rotate between the different crops. You know, your first 2 crops one day, next 2 crops another day, and just it keeps growing, and it worked really well. Really happy with it. The green beans and the peas. So I had a couple green beans started inside, and I started them, I wouldn't say too early, but I didn't transplant them early enough. Because what they did, and I'll show some video clips, because I recorded some along the way when we were growing these, that they got really tall and skinny, and they weren't really supported very well. So when I transplanted them, a lot of them just fell over and died. So this year, I don't know if I'm going to sow them early inside. I might just plant them directly outside because, you know, if I plant them early enough, they can grow in the beds and they'll be fine. The reason why I started most stuff inside last year is because I didn't have the beds and I didn't know when I was going to get the beds. So I don't think I'm going to start green beans and peas in here. I think they might be better straight in the beds. Don't know about my peppers yet. Cucumbers, I also started a few in here. They did all right. A couple of them died. A couple of them transplanted well. And then I did a couple of direct sows out there, and they did awesome. Cucumbers and zucchini are just super easy to grow. Definitely want to do zucchini next year. But I made the mistake of putting cucumbers in the same bed as some of my peppers. And I was constantly, actually peppers and the peas and green beans, constantly fighting these cucumbers, trying to get them off of stuff. I had them on trellises, trying to get them off of the green beans, and it was just every day trying to move the vines around. So next year, or this year, I don't know if I'm going to make a bed just for cucumbers, or maybe make a better wall, a trellis for them to climb up. Something just to kind of separate them a little bit more, because they did choke out some other plants, and I'm going to get to that here in a minute. Celery did extremely well, but that was a transplant from something that was already grown. A lot of people say celery is hard to grow. I don't think I'm going to try to grow it from seed because I had success last year and it did really well for us. Sweet potatoes. This was also a transplant. Didn't plant it from seed. But because of the nature of the loose soil, it did extremely well. We have really clayey ground. I don't think that's a word. We have a lot of clay in our ground. And so it's not suitable for things like carrots or potatoes. Potatoes are okay. Carrots or sweet potatoes, they just don't grow as well. We do grow potatoes in the field beside us, and we get decent sized potatoes, but our ground definitely isn't good for carrots. But I had this one potato plant in the raised bed, and we got like 8 sweet potatoes off it, huge ones, good sized ones. I'll put a picture, and we were really happy with that. As I was digging it up, and the vines, of course, went everywhere. Another one that just took over the bed. I was digging it out. I was like, oh, I'm getting 3 or 4 potatoes, whatever. But I kept digging, and there just kept showing up all these sweet potatoes. So really happy with how they turned out. So what I talk about: lettuce, green beans, peas. Those all did good. Cucumbers, peppers, celery, and sweet potatoes. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that went very well. Now, what went bad? Carrots. I thought I could sneak in some late carrots, and I didn't get them in early enough because I had them planted. Some of them sprouted. I don't know, maybe I had a bad bag of seeds. I didn't have very good germination rate because only a couple seeds actually sprouted. And I might not have had them close enough to the surface or maybe too deep. Some sprouted, but then they just seemed to die. I tried to keep up with water in them, but they just didn't seem to do well, and then they just died off. So this year, I definitely want to try carrots again in the raised beds, but maybe do a little bit better time management and schedule them a little bit better because really like to try growing them, but last year was a complete failure. Spinach didn't grow well for us at all. I've kind of mentioned it already. I don't know what happened. It just didn't grow. It grew a little bit and then died. So we'll try it again. And
This is
then
what's on my handy dandy list.
Summer's eating cookies. It's not focusing here. Put it back in the frame. It's trying to focus on my face. Summer made cookies from some YouTuber. Supposedly the best cookies in the world. They are pretty good. Broccoli, and I think, didn't we plant cauliflower too? Cabbage. Tried to plant some cabbage. So these were total catastrophic failures. I think I might have tried starting them in the seed starters. I don't even think they grew. They maybe grew a little bit. Transplanted them, some of them. Direct sowed some of them. The cucumbers and the sweet potato just destroyed those. What? You making fun of me because I'm talking with my hands? Yeah, you are. Those plants just killed the broccoli and the cucumber, or the broccoli, can't speak. We got really good cucumbers and sweet potatoes, but the other stuff didn't even have a chance to grow because they were overtaken. And I don't know what I was thinking planting all this stuff close together. I was just hoping something would grow. So next year, I'd like to get at least one more raised bed. I don't know if we're going to get one, maybe 2. And there, turn that up a little bit. And maybe sow some stuff on the ground. I don't know. Here, take a look at it now. We have the 2 beds. We had to move the beds to put the shed in. But I'd like to put 2 more beds. And then we're also maybe thinking about building a quail hutch. That's a whole nother video of putting it out there. But yeah, definitely some room for some more raised beds. But that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to review what went right for us last year and what went catastrophically wrong and how we're going to maybe change some of that this year. And so if you have anything you want to share down in the comment section below, what went well for you, what didn't go well, and what you maybe would suggest for us to do this summer and this spring, I'd like to hear from you guys. And so if you did enjoy the video, hit that thumbs up button and also subscribe for more videos from us. Social links are all down in the description below. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.